Yeah.
Whenever you're ready.
Alright, cool. When most people think of Planned Parenthood, most likely think of a compassionate hero type coming to the rescue of needy women in sorry situations. Well, I disagree, and I believe that a number of facts do also. So today I'm going to take you through the founding, the progress, and the present accomplishments of Planned Parenthood. And it's my hope that you will at least think fresh about the organization, about the services they're offering, and about the legacy that they could be leaving behind in our country. Well, it starts with Margaret Sanger, the founder of birth control and of Planned Parenthood. Margaret Sanger was what is called a negative eugenicist. Eugenics is the science of refining the human race by means of selective breeding. And that's generally broken into two expressions: positive eugenics and negative eugenics. Positive eugenics encourages the fit to reproduce. Negative eugenics discourages the unfit from reproducing. Now again, Margaret Sanger was a negative eugenicist. She promoted her birth control as a means to refine the human race and to guard against overpopulation. It was in that spirit that in 1922 she founded the American Birth Control League, which would later be renamed to Planned Parenthood. But before I get into the progress of Planned Parenthood, let's take a look at whom exactly did Margaret Sanger deem as undesirable or unfit for society. In her book, The Pivot of Civilization, Margaret Sanger writes about maternal care clinics that are located in low-class minority areas. She accuses these clinics of supporting the growth of an inferior people that she, in her own words, believes should be eliminated for the better future of the human race and the world. Now, it's in the same breath that she calls the children born to these slum mothers, as she calls them, no more than the dead weight of human waste. The dead weight of human waste. On that note, we have the founding of the first Planned Parenthood birth control clinic. And where is it at? It's in Harlem, New York City, predominantly black and stricken with poverty. In other words, from Sanger's perspective, dead weight of human waste. Now you may be saying, or thinking among other things, David, this was so long ago. Who cares? That's not how we think about it anymore. That's not Planned Parenthood's intentions any longer. So who cares what someone thought so long ago? And you're right, that's not how we see it these days. That's not popular perspective. That's not Planned Parenthood's intentions, probably, right now. In fact, it was not until after World War II, with the exposing of the Nazi regime, when everyone could see with their own eyes Hitler's application of this same science in the Holocaust, that eugenics began to leave a bitter taste in people's mouths, as it should have. But instead of halting eugenic progress in America, the movement shifted. At an annual eugenics conference, post-World War II, post-Nazi Germany, a man by the name of Frederick Osborne says these words: "Let's stop telling everyone that they have genetically inferior qualities, for they will never agree. Let's base our proposals on the desirability of having children in homes where they will get affectionate and responsible care, and perhaps our proposals will be accepted." Does that sound familiar? You see, at this point in history, the language changed, but the actions did not change. It was by these means, through this language, that the agenda of eugenics progressed unhindered through birth control, through the legalization of sterilization, and eventually to the legalization of abortion in '73. And it's after those events that that same man, Frederick Osborne, says again, birth control and abortion are turning out to be great eugenic advances in our day. Now, to prove his point, to prove my point, let's take a look and see if it's working. In other words, let's see if Planned Parenthood has been successful according to the intentions of its founders. According to the CDC, annually about 285,000 Black Americans died from natural causes. In that same year, about 450,000 will have been aborted. Now, to give you a little perspective, that means that more African Americans are aborted in 3 days in this country than were lynched in the entire period of slavery in the United States. An African American woman is 3 times more likely to get an abortion than a white American woman. Although they only make up 12% of the population, make up 34% of the abortions. According to numbers gathered from the U.S. Census of 2000, 2 out of 3 Planned Parenthood clinics were found to be in Black majority neighborhoods. And when you add Hispanic to that statistic, it boosted up to 76%. Even so, the year 2000 was 10 years ago now, right? Believe it or not. What about right now? What about today? Picture with me, if you can, our physical science building. Our physical science building is about 42,000 square feet. Right now in Houston, Texas, Planned Parenthood is building a 78,000 square foot abortion center. And as you can see, it's smack dab in the middle of 4 minority super neighborhoods in Houston. 3 of them are 85% Hispanic. The 4th is 80% Black American. Maybe Planned Parenthood is not the hero we made it out to be. This organization reeks with the stench of the same selfish science that was employed by Nazi Germany in the Holocaust, and we failed to think twice about it. It's my hope today that you will at least think fresh about this organization. Think fresh about the services that they're offering, and think fresh about the legacy they're leaving behind. Thank you.